The continuated sound. And why, dear Esther? Why is Donnelly here? We shall never know until we hit the path of the end.
If the caves are my guts, this must be the place where the stones are first formed. The bacteria phosphoresce and rise, singing through the tunnels. Everything here is bound by the rise and fall, like a tide. Perhaps the whole island is actually underwater.
Oh my gosh. This is awesome. Very pretty. It almost brings a tear to your eye. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, just beautiful. I think that this started out as an HL2 modification made into a full game. Or, as other people like to call it, an indie game. I don't really think this is a game. This is more of an experience. Nope, bad idea, bad idea. Get back up there, Donald. Donald, bad idea, get up there. Yep. Come on, Donnelly. Get up there. Come on. Come on, get up there. Yes. At least I think this character is named Donnelly. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay? In the comments. But they did an excellent job of making this. I was happy I paid for this. It's only like $9.99 Steam. And man, I'm happy I paid that cash. Dang it, I can't stop looking at the atmosphere. It just looks so good. Hope we don't go up there.
When I was coming round from the operation, I remember the light they shone in my eyes to check for pupil contraction. It was like staring up at a moonlit sky from the bottom of a well. People moved at the summit, but I could not tell if you were one of them.
What a beautiful lake in the middle of a cave. Somebody's apparently here because candles are lit. Behold, Damascus fallen. Oh, what? What? Damascus. Damascus. I'm getting dizzy. Away from being a city. And it shall be someone translate that out with me, because I can't really read that. Ah! Huh? What? Where am I? What? Oh my goodness. Swim up. Swim up. Go on, go on. We're going through the hole in the cave. Crawl. Crawl. Beauty. Well, seems like somebody was camping here. Left a lot of their clothes here too.
sat here and watched two jets carve parallel white lines into the sky. They charted their course, and I followed them for 21 minutes until they turned off near Sanford and were lost. If I were a gull, I would abandon my nest and join them. I would starve my brain of oxygen and suffer delusions of transcendence. I would tear the bottom from my boat and sail across the motorways until I reached this island once again.
Something's connected about this island. I need to go out there to that port for a second. Who knows what awaits us? Let's continue our journey. Oh, another of my other Let's Plays, I'm recording this entire game with Bandicam, and actually, it's turning out pretty well. I mean, another alternative to Fraps that actually turns really good 720p HD, and you can actually make it that way instead of having to just render it in Sony Vegas. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean.
Fire and soil, I chose fire. It seemed the more contemporary of the options, the more sanitary. I could not bear the thought of the reassembly of such a world. Stitching arm to shoulder and femur to hip, charting a line of thread like traffic stilled on a motorway, making it all acceptable for tearful aunts and traumatized uncles flown in specially for the occasion. Reduce to ash, mix with water, make a phosphorescent paint for these rocks and ceiling.
Hall by the roadside, by the exit for Damascus, all ticking and cooled, all feathers and remorse, all of these signals routed like traffic through the circuit diagrams of our guts, those badly ridden boats torn bottomless in the swells, washing us forever ashore.
Sounds like he's talking about Paul on his road to Damascus. New Testament. And the Holy Bible. I'm a Christian. I should know about this. I'm not afraid to admit I'm a Christian neither.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack. and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Stairs? A boat? Crashed? On a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him. He fell to the ground.
A sound of torn metal, teeth running over the edge of the rocks, a moon that casts a signal. As I lay pinned beside you, the ticking of the cooling engine, and the calling from a great height, all my mind as a bypass.
Wait a minute. Is he talking of... This is all coming together. What if the main character here was a drunk driver in a car and used the highway and the teeth sliding against the... Oh my god. What if he wrecked and died? It's coming together somewhat. Correct me if I'm wrong. In the comments. Guys.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
This journey. It's beautiful. And sad. And was come near to Damascus. It's talking about Damascus still. And he was there.
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
Bent back like a nail, like a hangnail, like a drowning man clung onto the wheel, drunk and spiraled, washed onto the lost shore under a moon as fractured as a shattered wing. We cleave, we are flight and suspended, these wretched painkillers, this form inconstant. I will take flight. I will take flight.
And it came to pass, as he made through the journey, and was on the road to Damascus, noon.
Dredged these waters for the bones of the hermit, for the traces of Donnelly, for any sign of Jakobsen's flock, for the empty bottle that would incriminate him. I have scoured this stretch of motorway 21 times, attempting to recreate his trajectory, the point when his heart stopped dead and all he saw was the moon over the Sanford Junction. He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all, and it was not his fault. It was the converging lines that doomed him. This is not a recorded natural condition. The gulls do not fly so low over the motorway and cause him to swerve. The paint scored away from his car in lines like an infection, making directly for the heart.
So he was trying to figure out something. Something ballistic is what it seems like. And he wasn't drunk. But he died in a car accident. I don't know if this is true, but it's somewhat making some sense to me. But, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm pretty sure Kenny is going to be the person who's going to do it. Hello there, radio tower. I'm near you. What have you been blinking all this time for? I'm here. What shall you need from me?
I have run out of places to climb. I will abandon this body and take to the air.
I'm dead. And I'm going
Dear
to
Esther,
heaven?
I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We have always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
Beautiful. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. That was good. That was really good. Light from heaven. Yeah, that's... So, well, guys, that was Dear Esther. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe for more Let's Play videos if you enjoyed this one.
Come back.
Come back. See you all. I hope you all have a great day. This is Torque943, signing out.